Hello everyone, I am Akash and in this video I am going to show you how you can program an Arduino UNO board, and in this video I am going to display some text onto this LCD display, and I'm going to do that using this Arduino UNO board. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, let's see what all the things we are going to need. Okay, so first of all, we are going to need a Arduino UNO board. Then after, we'll need a LCD display. This is a 16 by 2 LCD display. Then after, we are going to need a resistor. Then we'll need a potentiometer and a breadboard. And you will have to swivel this little knob or screw kind of thing on this potentiometer to set the brightness of the text that you want onto the LCD display. And we also need some male to male and male to female jumper wires. Okay, so now let's see the connections that we have to do. So in Google, you just have to search this and you'll come up with these images. Now I'm going to go with this first image. So I'm going to connect my circuit as shown here in this image. So in this circuit, the black lines are the ground one and the red lines are the 5-volt power supply, and then these four wires, so these indicate the data port. So these are going from the data 4 to data 7 of this LCD display to the GPIO pins of 2, 3, 4 and 5 respectively. And then after we have these two pins connected onto our Arduino board, and the pins are 11 and 12. Then after we have a potentiometer also connected here. So if you want to go with some other image or some other kind of connection, then you can go with that, but you will have to take care of the connections when you code the program for the displaying of characters, because there you have to specify the ports that you have connected, so you have to keep that in mind. So I'm going to create this circuit and then I'm going to show you that circuit. Okay, so now here I have my circuit connected exactly as we saw in the image online, and now let's download and install the Arduino IDE and write our program to display the text onto this LCD display. Okay, so I have downloaded and installed this Arduino UNO IDE, and I'll give the installation, the download link for this Arduino UNO in the description of this video, so you can go there and download this. The installation is pretty basic, so you can download it from there. And after downloading and installing this IDE, you will see this screen when you open it from the icon. And here we are going to write our code to run our circuit and display some text onto this LCD display. Okay, so I don't know if you know this or not, but the Arduino programming, we can do the Arduino programming in C and C++. So here we are going to use some predefined header files and some predefined functions to display some text onto this LCD display. So to do programming here, you must know C and C++. If you don't know C++, that's fine, but you should know C at a beginner's level. If you know that, then it's going to be totally fine for you. So here, as you can see, we have these two functions written by default for this program. So these two functions are important, and we'll need both of these functions in this program. So first of all, I'm going to need to include one header file for this LCD display. So I'm going to write hash include, and then I'm going to write here liquid crystal.h. So this is a header file that we are going to need in this program. And then after, I'm going to write liquid crystal LCD. And now this here is very important step. Now here we are going to specify the GPIO pins that we connected from our LCD to our Arduino board. So we are going to specify the GPIO pins for Arduino board. I'm going to repeat this once again. We are going to specify the GPIO pin numbers on the Arduino board with respect to the LCD display. So first of all, we are going to start with the two pins here. So we are going to specify these two pins. The GPIO number for these pins will be 11 and 12. So I'm going to write 11 comma 12, and then after we are going to specify these 4 pin numbers, that is from 2 to 5. So we have 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these 4 are the data pins that we have connected from D2 to D7, sorry, from D4 to D7, D4, D5, D6 and D7. So we have specified those here. And then after, our next step will be we are going to write one predefined function, that is begin 16 comma 2. Okay, so here 16 is the column number and 2 is the row number. So we have 16 columns and 2 rows. So we are writing this line to set up our displays number of rows and columns. So 16 columns and 2 rows. And then after, in this loop function, we are going to set our cursor. So LCD dot set cursor to 0, 0. So now this line tells Arduino to start the writing of text from 0, 0. That means 0 column and 0 row. And then after, with the help of print function, we are going to specify whatever text that we want to display onto this LCD display. So LCD then dot print, and in double inverted commas, we are going to write some text. So I'm going to write hello world. Okay, so I have written this hello world text. Now let's upload this code onto our Arduino board and see what the output is. Okay, so now to connect your Arduino board to your PC, you'll need this USB to A to B connector. So with this USB to A to B connector, you will connect your Arduino board to your PC. So I've connected this port onto this UNO board, and I'm going to connect this USB onto my computer. Okay, so as you can see here, our UNO board is powered on and the display is also on. So now let's get back onto our IDE and upload the code that we wrote onto this UNO board. Okay, so I'm back onto my computer. Okay, so to upload the code onto your Arduino board, you have to go on tools, and then here in the board option you have to select this option. Then here in the port section, as soon as you connect your Arduino board, you will see this option available, so you'll need to select this. And if you want to check that your board is connected, you just click on this option, get board info, and you'll see your Arduino info of the board in this little pop box. So now first we will verify this code. So now as soon as you click on this verify, you will see this pop up to save this sketch, that means this program. So I'm going to save it, and then as you can see, the compiling sketch has started and the compilation is completed. Now I'm going to click on this upload button, and as you can see here, after the code is uploaded, the text message hello world is on the display. So this is how you can create a program and upload it onto your Arduino board using this Arduino IDE. So now let's make some more changes, and let's make this text scrolling, and let's have some text onto the bottom line also. So let's get back to our IDE. Okay, so I'm back onto my PC, and now here I'm going to set some text onto the second line also. So now to do that, we are going to set this cursor onto the second line. So now here the first one, as you can see here, the first number is the column and the second one is for the row. So the first one is the column, second is the row. So the second number we're going to change it to 1. So that means this will set the cursor to row number 2, and now there we are going to print some text. So I'm going to write I am Akash. So I have written this text. Okay, so now I'm going to set some delay here. So I have set delay of 1 second, and then after I'm going to write one method now with this method, that is scroll display left lcd dot scroll display left. So with this we'll be able to scroll the text onto the left side. Okay, now so let's upload this code and see the output. So as you can see here, the text is scrolling on the left side. So it's going from right to left. So we have successfully written this code for scrolling the text onto this display. And one more thing here that I wanted to tell you was these pins. So I have connected the circuit based on this particular diagram. So if you are referring to any other diagram here, then you just have to see the pins, the way you are connecting the pins from your LCD onto your UNO board, and based on that you have to write the GPIO pin number of the Arduino board here. So it's not compulsory that you have to specify just this pin numbers that I have specified here. So you can connect these GPIO pins in whatever way you want, but then you will need to change the pin structure that you have written here. So it's not a problem if you know the pins that you are connecting. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then click on the thumbs up button, and if you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to this channel. So that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.